What's up, everyone? Welcome back to my channel. I'm your host, Harariboy, and today I wanted to go over what wealth actually looks like. Most people think wealth is essentially obvious, nice car, nice house, expensive clothes, expensive lifestyle, etc., right? But what if the people who look the least wealthy are actually the wealthiest in disguise, right? By the end of this video, you'll know the behavior to look for when trying to figure out whether someone is actually wealthy or just spending money to look wealthy. And the last one is probably the biggest mistake I see people make, so it might surprise you. Definitely stay tuned for that. All right, guys, as some of you may know, I'm a huge Dragon Ball fan. I've been searching all over Netflix to watch Dragon Ball episodes, but unfortunately, Netflix here just doesn't have them. But which version of Netflix does? Netflix Japan. Some of you might be wondering, how on earth am I accessing Netflix Japan, right? Well, that's where NordVPN comes in. NordVPN is one of the top VPN services out there. It allows you to mask your location and browse securely, which is perfect for protecting your privacy. Plus, NordVPN can basically change your location to anywhere in the world with just a few clicks. So it's just as easy as that. That's how I'm able to access Netflix Japan and binge all of the Dragon Ball episodes that I can fathom. It's not just about watching international shows, however. NordVPN adds an extra layer of security basically as you're browsing, so your personal information stays safe and your online activity remains private. If you want to unlock more content and protect your privacy online, head over to nordvpn.com/harariboy to get over 70% off a 2-year subscription plus 3 months free. And if you don't like it, you can cancel within 30 days and get a money back guarantee. It is worth the peace of mind and extra content you'll have access to. All right, so let's talk about it. Let's first define what is wealth, right? Income is definitely not wealth. A 150K salary living on 140K disappears pretty much every year, right? And wealth is like essentially what you keep, not what you make. The goal isn't to convince other people you're doing well. The goal is to actually create financial breathing room for yourself, right? So this is why we always tell you your mortgage should be 25 to 30% of your overall monthly income ish. That will give you the breathing room you're looking for. One of many examples. The less your lifestyle depends on your income at the end of the day, the more freedom you actually have. Okay. So I'd rather have boring financial life than that gives me freedom to do whatever the heck I want than one that just impresses people and keeps me trapped at the end of the day. All right. So let's talk about the signs here. Sign number one, what is it? They don't need to prove it, right? This is the biggest key factor. They don't have to announce it every financial win that they might have. They might be doing well in the stock market, but that's between them and the close ones. But essentially, you don't have to mention what something costs at the end of the day. You don't have to tell people your salary, and you don't have to make every purchase part of your identity at the end of the day. There's a difference between enjoying something and needing people to know you can afford it, right? This is the idiocracy of the speech that you hear between rich people just showing off and just trying to prove themselves and things like that. There's no need for that when it comes to real wealth. A lot of financial decisions are made because of how they look to other people, and that's dangerous because now you're spending money for an audience, right? Sign number two, their car doesn't define them. All right. So a car is one of the easiest place to essentially destroy your financial progress. We talk about it's a depreciating asset, probably one of the biggest ones you'll ever own. And $700 a month doesn't feel like $8,400 a year. Think about that for a second. I was hearing this billionaire break it down the other day. People struggling to save 10K, right? It's only $27, roughly $27 a day will get you to 10K by the end of the year. So these are things to think about. Like, what are you spending that on, right? So that's money leaving your pocket at the end of the day. Most rich people just get a reliable car that's completely paid off because that's a big, powerful move for their finances. It's instead of like what monthly payment can they afford, they say what car can I actually afford and what car allows me to keep building wealth. So some of them drive upwards of 5 to 10 year old cars and they are doing well financially. So sign number three, what are we looking at here? They spend differently. All right. So this is another key factor to look at. And the reason why essentially you're looking for these signs anyways is to know a lot of these things don't matter, and you want to model after someone who's already done it, right? You're not going to get gym advice from a fat person at the end of the day, right? That's the most popular saying. So wealthy people aren't necessarily cheap. They're very intentional about their money. They'll spend money when it comes to actually improving their lives, right? But they won't automatically spend more just because they can. That's something else to keep in mind there. So there's a difference between value and status at the end of the day, okay? $100 spent on something genuinely you can genuinely use is better than $1,000 trying to impress somebody. The goal isn't to spend the least amount of money. The goal is to make sure you're spending on what reflects your priorities at the end of the day. Sign number 4, protect your financial peace. Bigger isn't automatically better. Bigger house, bigger payments, more maintenance, more furniture, more utilities, more everything, right? Same with cars, boats, toys, memberships, etc. Lifestyle inflation is sneaky because it doesn't feel like you're getting poorer at the end of the day. All right. You're living paycheck to paycheck, and as long as that paycheck keeps coming in, you feel like you're good. So you're making more money. So simply you start spending more. You start increasing your money every time your income. Sorry, you start increasing your spending every time your money increases, right? Your income increases. So eventually you're making a lot of money, but still need that next paycheck. All right. So that leads us into sign number 5. They think before they buy. So by this, one of the biggest financial advantages you can develop is simply being willing to essentially wait. Want something, don't buy immediately, ponder on it, think about it. This is especially prevalent in car buying. Do your research on it, how reliable it is, things like that. Sign number 6 is going to be they care about the small numbers at the end of the day. They keep track of $20, they keep track of $10, they keep track of 30, 50, etc. Every week, right? And they look at where it goes. There's no surprise subscription that they don't know about. They don't need Rocket Money. I'm not sponsored, by the way, to keep track of their money or anything like that. Pretty much on top of it. They know where each money goes and nothing's leaking out of their accounts. So that's the exact definition of what I keep telling you guys. Tell your money what to do, not the other way around. They'd rather be wealthy than look wealthy, right? And this is another key distinguishing factor that sums everything up here. The ultimate test, this is really what all signs come down to. 2 choices. Look wealthy or become wealthy. Look wealthy requires constant spending, right? Becoming wealthy requires patience. Looking wealthy is about today rather than tomorrow. Becoming wealthy is about what your money can do for you years from now. So one gives you attention, the other gives you options, and eventually options become freedom. All right. So the biggest mindset shift that you guys should essentially adopt here is stop asking, can I afford it? Or rather, ask this the correct way. When you're asking, can I afford it? What are you talking about? Are you talking about the house? Are you talking about the car? Or are you talking about the payments? Those are completely different things. Can I qualify for the house? Can I afford the monthly payments? Can I get approved for the car? These aren't necessarily the right questions. The better question to ask is, does buying this move me closer to the life I actually want? Because technically, you can afford a lot of things. That doesn't mean you should buy them. All right. So the irony of wealth is this. Real wealth gives you choices. You can say no to things a lot easier. You can handle emergencies. You can take a different job whenever you want. You can invest. You can help your family. You can take time off. You don't have to make every decision based on the next paycheck, right? And that's the key driving point I'm trying to drive home here. That's the part where of wealth, essentially, I think people overlook at the end of the day. All right. Let me know your guys' thoughts. Honestly, don't make your financial life on appearances. Don't let a car payment determine your lifestyle, and don't automatically upgrade every time your income upgrades. Don't spend money simply because you can. Learn to wait, respect small amounts, keep your lifestyle under control, and let your money accumulate instead of constantly converting it to things that you don't need. All right. So essentially, those are the key takeaways I want to drive home here. Again, the goal isn't to look like you have money. The goal is to eventually get to a place where money gives you the freedom. So I'm definitely curious what you guys think. Let me know in the comments section below. Do you guys agree with these points here? Are you guys already adopting this mindset yourself? Let me know in the comment section below. If you got value out of this video, definitely give me a thumbs up and like this video if you can. It definitely helps support this channel. And if you haven't subscribed already, make sure to subscribe and hit that bell for all notifications as I upload. And I'll look forward to seeing you guys in the next one. Peace.